What's up, you guys? So, kind of a average Rob Runs video right here, but this has to do, I guess, with motivation and whatnot. So, I know a lot of people are out there already planning for the new year, trying to get themselves, situated with training and whatnot. And I kind of wanted to do just like this video here with you guys. Of course, I am going to be doing some new videos coming up. I've got some equipment that I'm going to use, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, getting into the training part of this vlog. A lot of you are some of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Primarily, I do a lot of shoe reviews. I've got a lot of, shoes sitting right over here. And I do some car stuff as well. That thing right there. Yeah, that thing. I wanted to kind of just do this video because I wanted to kind of give you some insight on where I came from and maybe some, something that I've learned in the 4 years that since I started running, that I can kind of help you get started if you are looking into running. Some of you may know, some of you will go to the gym and that works out fine for a lot of people, but unfortunately there's a lot of people that quit because of it. Some people quit even running because maybe it's just not fun or it's a challenge and whatnot. Well, brutally honest with you, it's going to be a challenge no matter what. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you are running or if you're hitting the gym, hitting the weights. It doesn't matter. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge. And the big part is you got to mentally get past that. That the weight isn't just going to fall off. It takes time. So my first thing for each and every one of you that goes out and wants to do like some running or whatnot is, if you are going to start this, take your weight scale and like store it away in your closet somewhere, or like maybe somewhere that's just completely out of the realm, because for the first month at least, doesn't matter. What is going to matter is the progressions that you're going to make. So it's not about the weight as it falls off. It's about getting better and getting comfortable at being uncomfortable, right? So when you're going out there and you're starting to run, even if you run, I don't know, let's say you go to a track, you're able to run one lap, okay? Well, yeah, for the first day, that one lap, think about it rather than looking at, oh man, I was only able to complete one lap. Look at it as I completed one lap. Like, I wasn't able to do that. I wouldn't have even thought about doing that a week ago. So it's kind of a mental thing of like, don't look at it so negatively of like, oh man, I can't believe I'm that weak, or I haven't been able to do it, that I can't do it. It's going to be a progression to get yourself to that point of being able to do those pace, distances, durations, weights, whatever, over a period of time. So it's not going to be like an overnight thing. So that's why I say take the weight scale, put it away, store it away somewhere, because it doesn't matter at this particular, at the beginning for at least the first month. But you will start noticing that you are going to get better. Your pace, your distance, your duration, the weights, all that kind of stuff are going to become easier. You're going to go further. You're going to be able to work out longer. But you can't be looking at the weight scale, because, if you look at your weight scale after 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and you see that the weight is just not coming off, you're going to be disappointed in yourself and you're going to say, man, it's not working. I'm just going to quit. You can't do that. It's a progression. It's going to take months. It's going to take a year to maybe lose some of that weight. And even then, you might not even lose the weight that you're thinking of, because you're transitioning body fat into muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So you might be transitioning your body from one cycle to another. But what you need to look at is, what is the progression that you're making as far as your energy is concerned. Because most of the time when people start losing weight and they start going to the gym, now they're starting to wake up in the morning and they feel more energized. So I say this, like when I started, I was feeling like lethargic, kind of just blah. I'd wake up in the morning and it was like It was kind of like an old diesel truck waking up. Like it would take hours for me to warm up into the day. Now it's like I can just hop out of bed and within 20, 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, cool, we're ready to go. And usually within that hour, I can be ready to go out for a run. But when I started, it was like it took a while for me to warm up. And that's your body transitioning. It's going from a state where it's not used to having to exert that much energy. And now all of a sudden it's having to, oh, okay, I have to exert this much energy, each and every day. So it's having to burn those calories. It's having to burn that energy. It's having to do all those things. So that's why I'm saying to you guys, look at the differences that you're feeling, not necessarily what you're seeing. Okay, so if you look at yourself in the mirror, you might not notice a difference. If you're looking at your weight scale, you might not notice a difference. But if you're waking up in the morning and you're feeling more energized and you're feeling better about yourself, then that's all that really matters. It doesn't matter what the weight scale says. It doesn't matter how you look in the mirror. It's a matter of how you feel inside. If you're waking up and you're feeling better about yourself, and then you start getting more confident. And I say confidence as like, for instance, when you run your first mile, like you could say at the beginning of your training, I was never able to run a mile. And then all of a sudden now you're able to run a mile. So now when you can run that mile, you're going, damn, I can do that. But now it's your confidence is there. Like I've never been able to do that before. Now I can do it. Now, how can you pertain that into the rest of your life? How can you turn that little bit of confidence of like, I can do this now, and now you transition that into some of the other things that you can do in your life, whether it's job related, whether it's, your family at home, whether it's whatever, how can you translate that confidence that you've now made in the gym or on a treadmill or out on the roads or on trails? How can you transition that into the rest of your everyday life? And you start becoming more confident in the things that you do, whether it's going outside and doing some chores, mowing the lawn, working on a car, or, doing laundry, whatever. You start getting more confident in everything that you do. So I guess where I'm kind of going at this is you have to look at it within, not the numbers, not the clothing size, not anything of that nature, but you have to look at how you're feeling within, because it starts right there. Everything else gets shed off over time, but what you're feeling inside, the energy, the confidence, everything of that nature, that's really up here and a little bit in here. Obviously, if you're getting more energy, then obviously there, but what's getting in here is what needs to exude out of you. And everybody notices that. Everybody notices that glow when you're confident, not only in what you're doing when you're working out, but when you're confident in everything that you're doing, even at home and the rest of your life. People see that and they feed off of it. Everybody feeds off of it. So, so some of the other things that I learned about running, also at the beginning, take it easy, okay? Yes, you think about all the stuff that you learned as a kid, and you think, okay, I've got to try as hard as I can, which means I got to run as hard as I can, or I got to push myself as hard as I can. Take it easy. When you're running, really you need to be running at an effort that you can hold a conversation with the person next to you. So if you have a running buddy, a neighbor, a friend, whoever that is going to run next to you, that's where your running pace needs to be most of the time. When you get later on into training, and we'll get into other videos like that where you get later on into training and some things and techniques that can help you out become a better runner. But at the beginning, you just need to do a run where you can still hold a conversation with somebody next to you. Now, granted, it's not going to be like full conversation like we're having right here, but it'll be a conversation that you can just kind of broken sentences, but still have a conversation with somebody next to you, which means running at such a comfortable pace that you could essentially run for a while, right? So even though that pace might be considered slow to some, it's not to you, and that's all that matters. Don't worry about everybody else's pace, duration, speed, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to compare myself to Molly Seidel our USA bronze medalist from the Olympic marathon. Because for one, I can't run 26.2 miles, but two, I couldn't even imagine running 26.2 miles at the pace that she ran at. Let alone guys like Eliud Kipchoge, the fastest marathon runner in the world, and some of these other guys that are out there. Like, I can't even imagine what it's like. But at the same time, never, never, never compare yourself to somebody next to you, whether you're lifting weights at the gym or whether you're out running on the roads or on trails. Never compare yourself to somebody else. The only thing you need to compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Are you better than that person you were yesterday? And the reality is, every day you wake up, you are better than how you were yesterday, because you pushed yourself the day before, and now you're getting up, you're turning that doorknob, and you're doing it again. Whether it's lifting weights, whether it's running, whether it's walking, whether it's whatever, you're turning that doorknob and you're making it happen. That means that you are a better person than you were yesterday. So each day is a progression. Each day you start is a better person than you were before. And each day is just going to get better and better and better. Okay. And you're going to challenge yourself every day. And I think that's an important part there too, is life is a challenge, right? Every day that we wake up, life gives us challenges. Some days are easier than others. And the same thing goes for running. The same thing goes for weight training. The same thing goes for everything. Some days are easier than others. Some days I throw on a pair of shoes and man, I feel like I could run 10 miles. And then there's other days that I wake up and I throw on a pair of shoes and I say, man, I can only do about 2.5, maybe 3 miles today. And you know what? I don't look at that as a negative, because every day that I go out and I put some miles in, it's changing the bank, baby. That's all it is. It's changing the bank. Because every day that you're turning that doorknob is one step better, whether it's 3 miles or 10 miles. It doesn't matter. It's changing the bank, all right? So, guys, keep that in mind. I don't know if you'll find this motivating or not, but if you are starting your workout, your plans for a new year, a New Year's resolution, new year, new you, guys, ladies, just be patient, be confident. Okay, be patient, be confident, and turn that doorknob. Get out there and prove to yourself, not to anybody else. Never do this for anybody else. Never do the weight loss and all that kind of stuff for anybody else. Do it to yourself. Prove to yourself that you can do this. And every day that you do that, every day that you turn that doorknob and you get out there, you're proving to yourself that you're better than you were the day before. All right, guys. So if you guys found this video informative, you found this motivating, all that kind of stuff, please click that like button below. Also click that subscribe button. I'm getting close to 1 million total views on my channel, guys. So I appreciate if you guys could share this video, all that kind of stuff. Share the video, subscribe, click the bell for notifications on when new content drops. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you find this motivating, I'll do some more videos here soon with some more tips to help you start running. I am still not exactly like a marathon racer, but we're all kind of working to just kind of get a little bit better, and I'm still working. 4 years later, I'm still working and learning new things. So I'm going to try to give you guys some informative stuff along the way that I've learned in the 4 years that since I've started running. And I was never a runner. Give you a quick background. I was never a runner, never ran track, never did cross country or any of that stuff. I am just a guy that picked up a pair of running shoes and just started running to lose some weight. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the run.